All right, guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully, you guys out there are doing great, earning a lot of money from the market, and of course, taking great care of your health. So, I've been recovering, all right, starting to recovering from COVID, post COVID. Uh, I sounds better, right? And a little bit of coughing now and then, so still recovering. But anyway, I wanted to share a setup with you guys. All right, this is actually one of my favorite. All right, my favorite setup. So it's a combination of what we've learned previously, and of course something new, or maybe should I say this setup actually. So far, I'm the one. I felt that I'm the only one that are more interested in this kind of setup. All right, I don't create anything. All right, it's just that kind of pattern I always recognize, and it always happen and give me good result. Right. So what pattern am I talking about? All right. So first of all, this is what actually I saw in NZD CAD. All right, NZD CAD, and particularly when I switch to forex.com, I see that on Wednesday there is a lot of big news for the NZD related. All right, there's a lot of NZD related. The cash rate is actually is the interest rate. All right, and a lot of things. Okay, so what happened is that I expected the price not to move a lot. All right, not to move a lot. So what happened was that the past few weeks, NZD CAD was actually making a compression move. Right, if you guys do know about supply and demand, there is no much demand left. All right, there's not much demand left. All right, so the price is making a compression. All right, so what happened next was that as the price was moving, all right, wait a minute, let me go forward. I think I'm gonna make it faster, 10 times. All right, okay, forget about it. Forget about it. All right, so what happened was that when the price was moving, all right, and then it suddenly surged up, right, and after it surged, it makes this movement. This is actually my favorite, the tree drive at the last leg. All right, the tree drive at the last leg. All right, so when I see this kind of movement, right, when I see this kind of movement, maybe I don't know, when I see this kind of movement, okay, I will start investigating what is on the left hand side. All right, what is on the left hand side, or is there any particular supply zone, because in this sense it's going to come down, any supply zone that is going to react with. All right, so I'm very very happy because once I switch to the, I mean when I look to the left, I saw a QML. All right, it's a very very obvious QML. The broke structure. So this is the QML. We do some labeling for those who are new to QML Quasimodo level. Right, and particularly I always talk about QML and then talk about MPL, right? So in this case, it's very obvious there is no MPL, there is no maximum pain level, and the only supply zone left was this supply zone there, right? Let's zoom in a bit. You can see that the supply zone there, the only supply zone that is available. So means that you have no other choice, right? You have no other choice except for taking this as your zone, right? So as the price came into this area, all right, it reacted, okay, the tree drive reacted and then dropped a little bit, all right, drop a little bit. So for those who are watching this uh, video, this might be we call it a tips for you, all right, it might be a tips for you, so it's up to you whether you want to trade or not. All right, I don't give tips a lot. Okay, so what happened was that as the price now reacted, came down, all right, I switched to small time frame. Okay, I switched to small time frame, maybe 1 hour should be sufficient. And I saw a QML. Right, you see that it's actually a QML. Right, it broke the structure. Right, it broke the structure, and particularly the zone that is available is this zone right here. Or maybe we make it even better. We see this special engulfing pattern. The zone is right there. All right, so the stop loss is only a 7 pips stop loss. So the price now came reacting to this zone and starting to pull back. Right? Why I'm so excited with this setup? Right? Let me explain. Right? So first of all, QML news, whatever, I set it aside. Let me do a simple mapping for you. All right, let's map out the demand zone. All right, let's map out the demand zone. Okay, where is my box? All right, there you are. Right, so let me map out the demand box, the demand zone. Then you will realize what I'm trying to tell you. Right, so first of all, where is the demand zone left? All right, here, particularly, yes, there is one demand zone right there. All right, demand zone right there. You have to know one thing, our stop loss is only 7 pips. Okay, so this is what we consider roadblocks. So we have another demand zone right there. All right, this is not really a very good demand zone. All right, this is also demand zone, small but powerful. And then that's all. Can you see why I'm so excited? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, particularly if this movement creates another supply zone, the price likely to come down, react, and then react again, and then drop, right? Maybe it's a small reaction to this and then drop, right? Either it will reject here, if not, it will go straight to this point. Come. Now, this is where I really got excited, right? A lot of people will doubt that how I get a lot, how should I say, big risk reward. Okay, I'm going to widen a bit. Maybe there's some spread, all right? Make it more realistic. So if you look at it, at this point, my risk reward ratio is 1 to 6. If it reached the other one, 1 to 16, how about the next one? 1 to 22. Then coming down to the last one, it's going to be 1 to 34. So I've explained to a lot of people, to me, getting a risk reward ratio 1 to 4 is actually very simple, right? 1 to 20 is a bit difficult, and 1 to 30 is definitely very rare. But this is a case where it might happen. So if you have got into this trade, all right, if you've gotten into this trade, so you shouldn't be afraid, right? Because news is coming up, all right, on Wednesday, right? If the news is bad for NZD, right, so the price will drop a lot. And if you look at it, we're talking about CAD, right? CAD. Tomorrow night, my time, there will be a CAD news. So maybe it will drop all the way. All right, it will keep pushing. CPI for inflation rate for Canadian dollar, it might get strong. So it will drop. And then if NZD become weaker, then it will continue drop. Maybe it will drop even lower than this. So it really get me excited whenever I see a tree drive at the last leg and then combine it with QML. And prior to that, there is a compression all the way. You can see that compression all the way. There is no much demand zone left. Actually, this demand zone is also not so good. All right. So not much demand zone left. So this really gives me a lot of hopes on trading QML with supply and demand. This is what I always taught my students about. All right. Don't uh, think about the small profit at that moment. All right. Think about the overall profit, all right, the large profit, all right. Look at the whole big picture, right? Follow the trend because the trend overall is still a downtrend. You see, it's downtrend. So I'm doing a sell. I'm making the correct movement, right? So that's all for today. All right. Hopefully, you guys really learn about how to trade QML, all right, Quasimodo level, supply and demand, and combine with compression movement, and of course the tree drive. All right, my favorite tree drive right there. Okay. So if you guys like the video that I did for you, please do give me a thumbs up, and of course, if you are able to subscribe, hit the bell button, I'll be even delighted to. All right. So for those who are still interested to get the mentorship, I will only offer mentorship every 3 months once. All right. When the class is full, I will close, or maybe the deadline is reach deadline, I will close, and then I'm sorry, you need to wait for another 3 months. All right. I don't always come by. All right. Maybe if I'm very tired, or maybe I felt fed up about teaching, I may just stop and just make the videos. That's all. YouTube videos. All right. Maybe I'm gonna stop mentorship. I don't know. I do not know. Let's look and see how's the reception. All right. So that's all for now. And for those who are interested to get the mentorship, you can contact my assistant Hans. All right. So see you guys next time.